Hey, this is Tim, licensed loan officer. Thank you so much for watching. On this video, we're going to get into steps to becoming a real estate investor. Thank you so much for watching and welcome to my channel. On this channel, we talk about first-time home buyers, improving credit, budgeting, leveling up, and all that good stuff. If you like those financial topics and you're looking to make more money, consider subscribing to this channel. Now, in this video, I'm going to talk about the steps you should take to be an investor. Now, a lot of people want to be real estate investors, but they're missing a few steps or they don't fully understand. Now, I'm a licensed loan officer. I've been a loan officer, I think 4.5 years, almost 5 years now. And I've worked with a lot of first-time home buyers. I've helped a lot of property investors and all types of people, everything in between. So this video, if you're interested in becoming a property investor, you definitely want to watch this video. Now, I want to talk a little bit about property investing before I get into the actual steps. Now, think about it. It's called investing, okay? Investing is something you do after you have a rainy day fund, after you're caught up on your bills, after you have a lot of savings and good credit and money. It's not something you do if you're looking to make money. If you're looking to make money or you need a little extra money, you might want to get a second job, a promotion, and there's videos I made on this channel about that. But after you have good credit, you have lots of money, you're already investing, you have a rainy day fund, and now you're looking to have more money, then you want to get into investing. This is not something to do if you're looking to make passive income right away, because as you know, investing takes time. Investing is long term, okay? So I don't want to discourage you, but I want to get that out the way, that because I run into some people that want to invest, but they have a lot of credit card debt, or they don't have really good credit, or they don't even have their first property yet, like their own primary, they're renting. So there's just some prerequisites, and it's much more easier to buy your first home than it is to buy an investment property, because the simple down payment, your first property for a first-time home buyer is 3%, 3.5% down. Any kind of investment, you're looking at least 20% or maybe 15% down payment, plus closing costs and your taxes and insurance. So that could be a little expensive. So if you buy your first home, put 3% down, you can always buy another home and put another 3% down and live in it. So we'll talk about that later, but let's get into the steps. But I wanted to get that out the way. But follow these steps. And if you follow these steps, there's no time frame. There's really no first or last order, but follow these steps I'm about to go through, and this will help you get you ready. Now, it's very, very rewarding being a real estate investor, because over time, you're going to benefit from appreciation, plus the cash flow of rent coming in, and you will be wealthy because you're going to keep buying more properties. But getting started is the hard part. So that's why I made this video, to give you those steps. All right, so let's get into it, okay? All right, let's go. So the first thing you want to do right here, number one, is pay down debt. So that's like credit cards, any kind of credit cards or student loans or high car payment. You really want to pay that down, because number one, it's going to help your credit. Number two, is going to help your cash flow. And number three, is going to create more savings. As an investor, it's very difficult because you're basically starting a business. You're basically becoming a landlord, okay? A property manager. These are all these different things that come involved in being a property manager or investor, all that stuff. So you want to make sure you pay down debt. Now, let me explain why. Credit cards have anywhere interest rates from 20% all up to 35, 33%. Now, if you get your investment property, and let's say on a good year, you're earning maybe 11% to 15%, you're still losing money with that debt. Does that make sense? So you don't want to have credit card debt. Take out as much credit card debt as you can. You want to live below your means because it's very tight being a property investor, okay? One repair can wipe out all your profits. One vacancy, if a tenant leaves, that could take 3 months to find somebody. Also, if you have to evict somebody, that could take 6 months and a lot of money. So you want to be as clean as you can. Keep your primary job, keep your primary source of income. But the first step you want to do is pay down debt, have lots of money coming in, and have good credit. The next thing, after you pay down debt, number two you want to do, number two right here, is save up cash, okay? As a property investor, especially a first-time property investor, you're probably going to need 20%. And that's 20% of the purchase price. Just give you an idea, a $100,000 home, you need $20,000. A $200,000 home, you need $40,000. If you're going to buy a $300,000 home for an investment, you're going to need $60,000. Now, that's just your down payment. Plus, there's closing costs. So the lender's going to have some closing costs. And plus, there's some taxes and insurance. And that's just securing the property. Now, you can get a loan where they give you a little bit of money to make some repairs. Because ideally, as an investor, you want to buy a home that needs a little bit of work. That way you put the work in it and the home instantly worth more. You have an appreciation already in the property. So save up. Also, you need some extra cash for repairs, okay? So the lender can give you repairs. You can do like a fix and flip loan, some product like that. But sometimes the lender doesn't give you enough cash. So you need not only your down payment and closing costs, you're going to need some more money just in case. Remember, you're a landlord. If something breaks, you have to fix it. If you don't fix it, they're not paying their rent, okay? You see the problem you have? So you need a lot more cash. Think of a landlord. Think of a property management. All these companies have money. They sit on money, and money's crucial. Money keeps this operation going. So save as much money as you can. Now, you can't use money from your 401k. You also can work with other investors. So you and another investor team up and work together. That's a good idea. You could put money in stocks, but you want to save up and have some cash and extra cash. And down here is unexpected expenses. So you need cash. And I recommend getting started is that all the money that comes in, you just put that aside and don't touch that money for the first couple of years, because you never know when you may have to replace the roof or fix something. And I recommend you manage your own property. So number one, pay down debt, get that credit good. You have to have good credit to be an investor because you need access to all different types of financing, okay? And then second, you need cash. Now, number three here, let's go to number three here. Number three is that you need to study the market, okay? So whatever market that you plan to be an investor in or have a rental property, you need to know that market. And the reason you need to know that market, you need to know, hey, this property is a good deal. This property is too much money. You need to know the market. You need to know how much rent is. And telling you how much rent is will help you determine if it has enough operating income. So when your rent comes in, you have to subtract your financing, your HOA, whatever expenses you have to pay. At the end of that, subtract all that is your net operating income. So you need to know the market. And it's easy to know the market. You kind of go on Zillow. You maybe use a little chat GPT, a little research, talk to some people, look at some property, know the market. Because if you know every home on the market is worth about $200,000, you see a property worth about $130,000, now you know it's under $200,000, but now you need to determine how much repairs. And can you get those repairs done cheaper to where you have some instant equity? And again, you got to know how much to offer. You also got to evaluate properties. So you got to be able to evaluate properties. This is really a skill set, okay? This is not, there's a lot of commercials and people on TV say you can do this with no money. That's not true. You need money and you got to know the market. Let's get into step 4. Okay, so number 4 here is that you need to research lenders, okay? You got to have lenders ready, because when you're looking for properties, you got to move fast. A lot of these properties are distressed. You're going to find properties that need work or properties that have problems where the owner wants out. And the big advantage of being a cash buyer is that you can get this wrapped up in 7 days. So a lot of people are living in a property and they don't have money to make the repairs, or the property's just been sitting. And if you can move fast, you have an advantage. If you could tell them, I already been pre-approved by this lender and I can buy this property, they're willing to give you a little bit lower price. Now, you need to research lenders and know which ones have the best DRCR terms. And that's a great product because it goes off of the rent and how much rent coming in based on how much you're going to be paying with your mortgage payment. Also, fix and flip. Fix and flip is great because you're going to find properties that need work. And then also a conventional mortgage. Conventional mortgage is a regular standardized mortgage. So you're going to need a couple of lenders because different properties, some lenders are better at a DSCR loan. Some lenders are better at fix and flip. Some lenders can do a conventional loan. So research lenders, and I recommend after you have your cash saved up, you have good credit, you know your market, the next step is start finding what lenders are going to help you finance. And you want to build a relationship with these lenders. Step 5 is get pre-approved, okay? Pre-approved. And again, you're going to need credit, at least 700 credit. Don't mess around being an investor if you don't have 700 credit, because investments already get a higher interest rate because they're riskier. And then also, not only are they riskier, but the lender knows you're trying to make money, so they're going to want a piece of that pie. And then you're going to need income. Some type of income is called ability to repay. And then you're going to need some assets for your down payment. So get pre-approved. Now, I like to do this one a little bit sooner, but I put it at step 6, and that's called build out your team. So I think after you get good credit and pay down your debt, and after you know the market, you should at least have a realtor in mind. You should definitely have a contractor in mind, and then a lender in mind. And then even more, maybe an appraiser. You may need an appraiser to tell you how much a property is worth. But that's the steps to being an investor. And I'm going to recap it really quick here. You want to have excellent to good credit. You want to have at least 20% down plus closing costs, some extra money just in case things run a little low. You got to know your market and know what to offer. You have to research lenders, which ones have DSCR loans, which ones are good for fix and flip or conventional. You got to get pre-approved by one of these lenders, or at least a couple of them. And then you got to build out your team. You need at least a realtor to help you find properties, to send you properties based on what you're looking for. You're going to need a contractor to make some repairs and get those properties up to code or where you want it to be. And then you need a lender to provide the financing. I hope this video helped. And I hope I gave you some steps on being a property investor. Now remember, this is one of the 3 ways people become rich in America. The number 1 is stocks, then small businesses, and then real estate. Real estate is very, very profitable. It goes up with appreciation. Plus you get the cash flow every month from rent. It's great. But remember, there are some prerequisites. You got to have good credit. You got to have some cash. And then you got to know the market. It's an expertise. Now, a lot of people and a lot of these YouTube channels try to make it sound real easy. You can do it with no money down. That does not exist. Now, yes, there's some incidents where a seller just can't stand a property and will give it away from you, but then you still need money to fix that property up. So these are some steps to help you. Now, if you have questions, drop me a comment. I'm here to help you, okay? So thank you so much for watching. And again, if you like this video, you want to see more videos like this, please like, share, subscribe, okay? I'll see you in the next video. Thanks.